Half-a-day students, I am Governor Lou Leon Guerrero. You all have been through a year of big changes. We've had to adapt and make big changes to keep our families and our island safe. But with change comes opportunity and a chance to try new things like PBS University. While Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio and I will continue to do our part to keep our island safe, you students have a part to play as well. Your part is to keep learning and to keep up with your lessons. That's why I am happy to see you here ready to learn with PBS University. PBS University is a way to bring a continuous educational curriculum to you while you stay safe at home during this time. To help you keep up with your studies, we asked our friends at PBS Guam and the Guam Department of Education to put together this episode. Thank you for doing your part and have a great lesson.
Mangrove roots not only look interesting and help the tree survive, they also provide valuable habitat to animals. The roots offer a hard surface for animals like oysters to attach to or for snails to graze on. Small fish also like to hide in between them. Mangroves are considered a nursery habitat for snappers and barracuda. There can be some variation in mangrove habitats. The roots we just looked at are from small mangrove islands or along mangrove fringes, basically narrow bands of mangroves along the shore. However, mangroves also may exist in larger mudflat areas. Mudflats are intertidal areas of deposited sediment without vegetation. The mudflats often host unique and important microbial life. Let's learn more from a student researcher who has studied a specific type of mangrove microbe.
Today, my name is Gabriella Prelosky. I am a fourth-year undergraduate studying general biology at the University of Guam, and I am under the National Science Foundation Seas Includes program. The research process right now is currently cleaning and setting up microscope slides for the already collected samples that we have, as well as creating a PowerPoint for the different taxa of diatoms and doing a statistical analysis. Diatoms are single-celled algae that live in a silica shell, and they are found anywhere from the smallest drop of water to the smallest fleck of mud. There currently is not a lot of information for microscopic life found in mangroves, and that is what this research project is mostly about. This is the first project of mangrove diatoms done in the Western Pacific, and we're trying to get more information and see if they could be potential water quality indicators, and generally what else they can be used for. Diatoms and other microbes found in mangroves are important because they provide much of the world's oxygen. They are also the base of the food chain. They are primary producers and help provide for other microorganisms, which lead up to fish, which lead up to humans, and basically just form an entire food web. I was inspired to conduct this research after taking marine biology in high school. I had learned a little bit about diatoms during the annual fishbowl event, And when I was accepted into the NSF Seas program, I had seen that Dr. Christopher Lobin was conducting research on diatoms, and I thought I had already done some information, or I have already seen information on diatoms, so why not just see what else I can learn about them. The next steps for this research would be to continue the slides of the 425 types of diatoms we have found during the year-long research, as well as continuing a paper for the new species found, and continuing our statistical analysis. I would tell students who are interested in environmental research to be confident in yourself, find something you're passionate about, and everything that you learn, you will be teaching to someone else and teaching to yourself. So be passionate, don't be afraid, be confident, and learn what you can, because you are going to eventually be teaching it off to someone else who is also equally as interested. The research process and the experience first started off through Zoom with Dr. Christopher Lobin. We were unable to meet face-to-face for a while. He mostly gave us literatures to catch us up on what diatoms were, and we got to choose our research projects. Now, in getting into the lab, I was able to acid clean and spin and create scanning electron microscope and light microscope slides for previous collected yap samples from the Ama'a mangrove. And we were able to look at those underneath the SEM, and I was able to discover 2 new species of diatoms, one that was very poorly described and very rare in most of the samples we have, and one that looks very similar to another diatom species, but looking into it, it's a little more distinct from the others. And now we are currently writing manuscripts. I had just come from 2 different conferences where I did get an award for Best Undergraduate Student Poster. And now we're just continuing with the statistical analysis, writing papers, putting together a PowerPoint of the 425 different species, and continuing a paper that is in editing now for review, and just finishing up the year as an undergraduate research fellow. Previously, I had done very little work on mangroves, mostly for biology labs for school. I had known quite a bit before because of Marine Mania from George Washington High School and from the marine biology class. But mostly it was just the importance of mangroves itself and not the microbes and diatoms living in it. One thing I will say is if you ever get the chance to go to a mangrove, whether it be here or somewhere else, is to look around, have fun, see what other fish, what other birds, plants, microscopic species you can find, or just see, because it really is such an interesting form of science.
Now it's time for you to explore yourself. Next time you pass by the mangroves on the southern coast or at Pearl Harbor, try to see if you can ID the trees and explore and find the different wildlife in the mangrove habitat. Kayaking is a great way to explore the mangroves and the life that they hold above and below the water. Help ensure future generations continue enjoying the benefits of mangroves by letting these unique and valuable trees continue to grow. If you'd like to learn more, check in with the Guam Department of Agriculture, Bureau of Statistics and Plans, or follow the Guam Coral Reef Initiative Facebook page for updates.
Hafa students, I'm Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio. For more than a year now, you all have continued to wash your hands and watch your distance from others, and you've done a really great job wearing your masks. We know your parents and guardians have helped you to make these changes to keep yourself and your community safe. As Governor Leon Guerrero said, we are happy you are here. We want you to continue to learn and sharpen your skills with the help of PBS University. This program is the result of a collaborative effort. We couldn't do it alone. I'd like to thank the teachers and support staff of the Guam Department of Education and PBS Guam for their work and their commitment to our students. I'd also like to thank you students for participating at home. To your parents, I'd like to thank you for taking an active role in your child's education. We are all eager to return to a time when all of us can share and study together in person. Until then, we hope you learned something new from this PBS University instruction.